If you have read the news about Singaporeans and Malaysians being wanted internationally due to their links to a scam ring in Cambodia and think that they might be victims scamming others, watch out because it's not as simple as you think. So, in recent days, you might have read countless articles linking Singaporeans to the Cambodian scam rings like this or this. And on 29 October 2025, you have seen that 27 Singaporeans and 7 Malaysians were wanted due to their involvement in the Cambodian scam ring, and that the Singapore police is now working with Interpol to locate and arrest them as they are not in Singapore now. So, are Singaporeans somehow linked to the Cambodian scam rings? Well, yes, and here's why. You see, when you think of pig butchering scams, whereby scammers will call you and scam you of your money, you might think that the caller is someone who's been kidnapped and forced to call you. I mean, various news platforms have done investigative documentaries showing how people were forced to work in these scam centers. However, if you have indeed watched them, you'll know this. Yes, while many of the scams were operated from Myanmar and Cambodia, not all scams were carried out by kidnapped individuals. Also, there are many syndicates. You see, what we can confirm is that many scam centers were operated in Myanmar and Cambodia. Although it's reported that the authorities in the countries have been clamping down on them, they have kind of persisted. So, having said that, just know this. There are many scam centers in the two countries operated by many different syndicates. You know, kind of like how Silicon Valley is a hub for tech startups, certain regions in Myanmar and Cambodia are the hub for pig butchering scams. And this is why now, you should not be confused anymore. Because while we cannot be certain, there's a possibility that the earlier reports made about Singaporeans linked to a Cambodian scam empire sanctioned by the US might not be related to the latest news about the 27 Singaporeans who are wanted. So, what is the scam about the 27 Singaporeans all about? Well, it's a syndicate that is very Singaporean. If you are looking to advertise your business in this channel, we can help you. There are guaranteed views and many big brands have trusted us. Just click on the link in the description. Have you ever wondered why some scams in Singapore are so legit? Well, because they are implemented by Singaporeans. You see, while we saw this news on 29 October, the hunt for them started long ago. In September this year, it was reported that 12 people were arrested in Singapore because they had gone to Cambodia to conduct scams willingly. Yes, they are not forced. In fact, they get commissions for each successful scam. They operated from Phnom Penh, and their motive operandi is to impersonate bank officers and also as a government official. Back then, this syndicate was still operating, and the police was still working to find other members of this syndicate. Soon, the police arrested 3 more Singaporeans. And of course, on 29 October, the police managed to find 34 people in the syndicate, with 27 of them Singaporeans. However, this time, they were not arrested as they are not in Singapore. So yes, it's not as if our police just cramped down on all scammers operating from Cambodia. They have managed to cramp down a group that targeted Singaporeans. So here's the thing, these scammers might face tougher penalties. During Parliament 2 weeks ago, it was revealed that Singapore plans to add caning to the penalty for scammers. And it's not just scammers. Members and recruiters of scam syndicates could face harsher penalty too. They can be caned up to 24 strokes of the cane. For people who provide things like bank accounts, SIM pass locking or SIM cards for the scammers, they can also face up to 12 strokes of the cane. Now, of course, the best way to counter scams is through education, which I can help. We here at Goodifit once did a series of anti-scam videos in collaboration with the SPF. But we made them private because this channel is now taken over by a stupid blue cat. But I've made them private for a while first so that you guys can watch this. Click here to watch it before we make them private again. Anyways, the voice of this cat is in the video. Guess which one is me. And thank you for spending almost 4 minutes with me. I really appreciate it and hope you learned something.